Greetings, people. It's Mr. Pull the Trigger yet again on another episode of the Enlightenment series. So, on this chapter, we are back again, and the lion killer has broken the record again. I'm sure most of you have seen different videos doing rounds on the internet of the lion killer himself, Apostle Dr. Kassy, the encyclopedia of preaching. That's his introduction whenever he's doing his videos. And this time around, is different from the reason why he was arrested. This one has, we can't say he's being accused because there are footprints everywhere. There's evidence everywhere of the things that he's being accused. So we can't come here to say, no, Kassy did not do it. He did it. The reasons why he did it, maybe that's what we might need to establish. And it's not important to find out the reasons why he did it. The fact that he did it, it clears the air that he did it. And all he has to do is to come out clean, repent, and own up to whatever that he did. Remember when we come here, when we were advocating for his release, to those of you who do not know Kassy is the spiritual son of Johnson Suleman, and is the one that was recently arrested by Omoto's team, by Omoto's clan. And maybe we should go into that as well. And I'm not happy with the fact that Kassy was not truthful about the reason why he was arrested. He made it look like he was arrested at the airport. Yet he was not arrested at the airport. He was arrested at the hotel. So when you want to fight for the truth, when you want people to fight for you, please bring the truth. We were under the assumption that Kassy was arrested and abducted from the airport. But the story changed. And when stories start changing like this, people like us, we don't lose focus of the truth. We keep fighting. Even though there is a misrepresentation of facts, that does not discredit the fact that he was arrested. There is a reason why he misrepresented those facts, that he was at the airport. There's a reason why he told us that he was taken from the airport, which we are going to explore on this video again. Because we don't want to leave any stone unturned. Remember, what we are standing for here is the truth. So whenever we come to expose these charlatans, whenever we come to expose the Omotos, the Sulemans, the Okafors, the Idahosas, and all the Iginlas, the Bushiris, the Angels, and all those other charlatans, the TB Joshuas, the Chris Oyakilomes, we need to fight them with the truth. If we try to improvise, if we try to add our own, when they watch this, they will think we are a joke. They will never take us serious. They will never repent. It happens to me also. There are so many people that have come to run propagandas, lying, peddling lies about me. And when I watch those things, I just laugh to say, these are mad people. I just say these are clowns. Because I know what they're talking about is not true. Some will say, come and say, Prophet is gay. Prophet sleeps with men. Prophets molest children, young boys. When I listen to those things, they don't even move me. I'll take my cup of cappuccino and I'll start sipping it, listening and just laughing. When you see people lying, it does not move. Lies don't move people. Say Prophet is a Yahoo. Prophet is a scammer. Prophet is a blackmailer. When I listen to those things, I just laugh. But there's nothing to defend there. There's nothing to justify when they're just blue lies. They don't get you moved. Prophet has scammed so many people in East London. Okay, bring us one person that Prophet has scammed. One, just one. So you're telling me of all these scams that Prophet has done, you can't just bring one victim, just one. Well, I'm not asking for two, just one. Or of all his gay relationships, you can't bring one that can attest to those allegations that Prophet is gay. Or when you say Prophet is a Yahoo, you can't bring one victim that claims that can say that I was duped by prophets. So when I listen to those, I don't even see the reason for me to come and justify them. That's the same with this scenario of exposing false prophets and these charlatans. We can't do so by fabricating things. We can't do so by lying. They'll never be moved. They'll never tremble if we use lies or if we improvise on these exposés by giving information that is not accurate. But when we bring the truth, the solid truth, they will shake. The truth conquers all. The truth cannot be, neutralize it. No propaganda can work against the truth. No propaganda, no damage control can work against the truth. That's the same with the case of Jeremiah Omoto. There's a missing child. It's the truth. Ruth misrepresented some facts, omitted some facts, yes. But a child went missing at Mississippi. They tried to do damage control and say Ruth is a liar. They tried by all means to marinate the case so that it lose value. But like I told you, there is no propaganda, no amount of propaganda can work against the truth. The truth still stands that a child went missing, a 2-year-old boy went missing at Jeremiah Omoto's shrine. That is the truth. That's why Jeremiah is shaking. That's why Jeremiah's entire legacy, should I say, does he even have a legacy, is on the verge of collapse. He's self-destructing right now. Because this is the truth. We are hitting him hard where it hurts with the truth. The moment you start bringing in other stories, making up stories, or as people allege that I'm buying people to come with testimonies, and we bring them here, we will start looking as a joke. They'll never take us serious. That's why I always say that let's fight with the truth, let's stand with the truth, so that we hit them where it hurts. Because the truth, it shakes them. That's in the same case with the case of Kassy. The narrative that he gave me the first time he called me when he was arrested is he was coming from the airport, which turned out to be another story when he told me now, when this other scandal came out, that he was actually not arrested at the airport. He was arrested when he was at a hotel by these policemen that were deployed to go and arrest him. Whether this was a setup or not, we are still going to establish those facts. So going back to the reason why he was arrested, let's slide back a little bit before we attend to the reason why I'm doing this video. He is being alleged. Should I say alleged? Yeah. He's being accused. The reason why he was arrested. He's being accused of having defamed Jeremiah Omoto's concubine. And to most of you who do not know, the concubine is, what's her name again? She calls herself Grace. Yeah, she's Omoto's concubine. And the reason why they've laid charges against Kassy is because Kassy came out and said she's a Jezebel. And Kassy did not just wake up and start calling her a Jezebel out of the blue. She probably had also insulted Kassy. And I heard she has been insulting me also several times. She has been calling me names and all sorts of things. So they are working together with Jeremiah Omoto. There's no way she can independently fund this because this is a poor woman. I'm not trying to demean her or anything, but what she stands for is disgraceful. This is the same woman that trapped Ruth Matthew. This is the same woman that sent police to go and arrest Ruth Matthew. This is the same woman that sent Ruth Matthew 100,000 so that they can frame Ruth for fraud. The Jezebel that we are talking about. The Jezebel that is being used by Jeremiah Omoto now to sue or to petition against Kassy so that Kassy can be arrested. So she is claiming, they are claiming, the Jeremiah Omoto's camp, that this Jezebel was defamed because she's saying that I'm a public figure. I'm a well-known person. I have a ministry. I'm a prophetess. So when people come online and start calling me names, start calling me Jezebel, they are defaming my character. They are affecting what I stand for. They are cyberbullying me. How can they say I'm a Jezebel? I'm not a Jezebel. I'm a woman of God. But if you see that woman, she has nothing of God. She's a desperate soul. You know, she's a very desperate soul. And she's so deficient in all the things of the spirit. She is indeed a Jezebel. Certified Jezebel. Omoto's concubine. Yes, she's married, and she also included that in the petition, that I'm a woman of God and I'm married. So when people come online and then they start saying that I'm a Jezebel, what is that supposed to mean? They're assassinating my character. They're assassinating my reputation. And I'm going to sue these people. She even said she's coming to South Africa to get me arrested. When I hear these things, I laugh sometimes, the bold claims that they make. So that was the petition that Omoto and this concubine brought through to get Kassy arrested, as a message to send to everyone that talks about these charlatans and this Jezebel. And to those of you that are actually saying, okay, do we have to look up to terms to make you understand that there's no defamation of character that was done here? Because this vagabond woman, this Jezebel, does not have any character to defame, to start off with. She stands for nothing. She speaks a lot of rubbish, a lot of nonsense. She's being used by Jeremiah Omoto. She's introducing the evilness of Jeremiah Omoto to the world. She is supporting the crimes of Jeremiah Omoto. She has been victimizing Ruth Matthew. She has been calling Ruth Matthews a lot of names. She has been saying a lot of bad stuff about the missing child. She has been claiming that a lot of things that she has been saying. And that's what makes her a Jezebel. And indeed, she's a Jezebel. And calling her a Jezebel or labeling her as a Jezebel is not defamation of character. And before we establish if the character was defamed, we have to first establish if that character exists. Because you can't defame a character that does not exist. This Jezebel has no character. Okay, maybe we should look it up. Let's look it up in the dictionary and find out what is a Jezebel before they start petitioning or suing people or getting people arrested for defamation of character. They also need to understand the definition of these terms before they think they have a right against other people or to defame or to actually think that they can petition for the names that they are being called. So let's ask Siri what a Jezebel is. Simple. Hi, Siri.
Hello.
Define a Jezebel. Hello, Siri.
Go ahead.
Define a Jezebel.
FL 9th century BC, a Phoenician princess, traditionally the great aunt of Dido and in the Bible the wife of Ahab, king of Israel. She was denounced by Elijah for introducing the worship of Baal into Israel. 1 Kings 16:31, 21:5-15, to Kings 9:30-7. Her use of makeup was especially condemned by Puritan England. Would you like to hear the remaining one?
Yes, please.
As a noun, it means a shameless or immoral woman.
A shameless or an immoral woman is a noun. That's what a Jezebel is. And from the definition, there's a part that I want you to listen to that was defined by Siri. She was denounced. What is a Jezebel? To those, Jezebel is a character. Siri is saying the definition is she was denounced by Elijah for introducing the worship of Baal into Israel. She was denounced by Elijah for introducing the worship of Baal into Israel. That's what Grace is doing. She's introducing the worship of Omoto in Nigeria. She's advocating for the God of Omoto. This is biblical. Calling Grace a Jezebel is biblical. And this is the biblical backup for it. If you open 1 Kings 16, verse 31, you get the definition. You get the explanation of a Jezebel. Her use of makeup was especially condemned by Puritan England. That woman called Grace, she uses makeup too much. And the Jezebel, the character Jezebel in the character, her makeup was also condemned by Puritan England. So where's defamation of character here? We are just defining a character of this woman. She's a Jezebel. Indeed, she's a Jezebel. So she does not have any legal basis to be suing anyone. She's introducing, she's propagating for the worship of Omoto. That is the God of Jeremiah Omoto, which is unbiblical. We can't allow that in Christianity. So we call her a Jezebel. The title, the character befits her. Her use of makeup also aligns with her codes of conduct. She's a very immoral woman and a shameless woman. That makes her a Jezebel. So that's the reason why Kassy was arrested, because they always have to use their own on the front line. Jeremiah Omoto himself can't come out and be the one in front of the case. He will use this Jezebel to come and defend him or to push all his agendas, to silence all the people that are advocating for the missing child. So, let's jump to the next. Now we have videos of Dr. Kassy Chukwu, of him and some few ladies. Is it few ladies or one lady? I saw him with one lady that recorded him whilst he was drinking a pint of alcohol. Personally, I'm not worried about, when I see these men drinking, because all of them are alcoholic. All of them, they are drunkards. This is what you just have to know and understand All of these, your prophets, they are alcoholics. They drink 24/7. So we can't even crucify the young men for drinking alcohol. That is their norm. All of them, they are drunkards. 99% of them, before they go to the pulpit, they drink alcohol. If they are not smoking weed, they smoke weed as well. Do you think these things that they do, the normal people do things like this? Normal people in their normal senses, sober people, do you think can behave the way that they behave when they're on their pulpits? The lies that they tell, do you think those lies are coming from a sober mind? No, they're not. These people, they will be high on something. They'll be intoxicated most of the times. They are stoners. They are always high. That's how they get the courage to lie to you, to deceive you, to manipulate you. You see that energy that the god of Omomo, even Omoto have when he's running his occultic operations. That's not normal energy. All of them, when you see them, those tongues are coming from the realms of weed. That is weed manifesting. That's why people say that no matter how high you can be, you can never be the most high. All those demonstrations that they do, they are not coming from noble minds. Those people are always high or drunk on something. So this one of him drinking alcohol, because he was recorded drinking actually. He was downing it. An entire green bottle. I don't know the name of it in Nigeria. So for that one, it's not important to me. In the second video, he was filmed, I think he was being romantic with this woman. They were kissing. Yeah, they were really kissing. It was, they were really two people that were, connected or connecting. And I think I have this is the picture of the woman that Apostle Dr. Kassy was caught in this scandal with, and they were making, some exchange of, mouth to mouth. It was very intense and it was very intimate. So be that as it may, my worry is not that he was filmed kissing a woman, but my concern is, isn't Kassy married? Or doesn't he have a wife? If he does, then this act is immoral. This act cannot be accepted. This act cannot be condoned. Because as a prophet or as an apostle, as he claims, as a man who mounts the pulpit to preach to people against immorality, to preach to people the word of God, he must never be found guilty of all these things. He must never be found lacking in things that have to do with being strengthened by the Holy Spirit. So what word, what revelations are you going to give to the people? How are you going to free people from sin if you are also deep into sin? This does not shock me as well, because all these charlatans, they are also guilty of it. It's only that you have not got them on record yet. But they are all guilty of the same sins. They are all immoral. They are forever sleeping with slave queens, with young women, 24/7. It's just that Kassy was reckless enough for him to be caught on record in the act. And I know, and I think according to him, he's going to come and say, I was framed. He's going to come and say, I was set up. Or he's going to come and try to justify himself. But I want to warn my brother, because I have a brotherly love for him. And he knows, I love you, brother. And for the fact that I love you, I have to correct you, and I have to reprimand you, and I have to put you in order. Like I said before, that the likes of Kassy, they are not yet worthy of being addressed. But they are still upcoming. For now, they are all still baby charlatans. They are still upcoming. They are the ones that we're trying to get straight. They are the ones that we're trying to open doors for. Because if you listen to him, he's a very smart guy. He's very intelligent. And it is these little temptations that are going to lead them astray. Because it starts off as small things. As they gain popularity, as they gain fame, they'll start feeling the desire to entertain more of these young women. And through that way, eventually they'll become wicked. For now, it's still a weakness. They still have a weakness of wanting to be with the different women. But if it's entertained and if we do not correct it, it's going to change. They'll start raping. They'll start forcing themselves on women. When that age to be with a woman keeps on rising, They'll start going to source for powers and getting their eyes opened and start touching things that they should be touching so that they maintain that power and they expand their territories and they have more money. Because all these immoral activities, they need money. For you to book a hotel, you need money. For that lady to go home, you need to give them money. So he will realize that the money is taken for offering is no longer enough. And he will see the need for him to go and get more what? Owomomos, the gods. You start worshipping the gods of Owomomo. You start doing these occultic sacrifices, rituals, for him to have enough finances to sustain all these immoral activities. That's why we have to now start sharpening them and pruning all of these unholy elements that are sticking on them slowly but surely. The act of kissing a woman yet you are married, that is if you are married. I'm not sure if you are married or not. It's not the right way to go, brother. And you need to be corrected. You need to be corrected on that note. And this is my advice to you. You have to own up to this. Whether you are set up or not, this is what you need to own up to. And apologize to your people. Apologize to your followers. There are people who believe in you. There are people who receive from you. There are people who look up to you. There are people who trust your word, your prophecies, and all those things that you proclaim. Own up to them. There's no need to justify yourself. The moment you will come, I know you will come, and you will want to justify yourself. But one thing you should know about damage control is the moment you try to justify yourself, people will unjustify you. There are critical thinkers out there. The first thing that will come to their mind is, why is he justifying himself? We saw the video of him drinking alcohol. We saw the video of him kissing a lady. Why is he now justifying himself? I know you will say, because when I asked you about this, you told me that you were doing all this, you were at a gunpoint. If it is true, then come and speak that truth. If Omoto sent this lady to come and trick you, that is your own error. If you fall for the temptations, that is your own error. But if you are under duress, as you said, that there was someone with a gun that forced you to do this, that forced you to drink alcohol, that forced you to kiss this lady, then come and speak that truth. But if that was damage control, if that was part of the damage control, I would say don't do it. Don't go along with that script if it's made up. Come speak the truth. Come speak the truth. Let your integrity speak for you. Men of integrity and men of high values and morals, they'll always stand for the truth. They'll always own up to their wrongs. The reason why most of these charlatans are all becoming useless today is because they can't own up to their wrongs. They'll always find a reason to defend their immorality. They always find a reason to come and defend their wrongdoings. You are the young ones. We are expecting you to start leading by example. Mistakes are common. Everyone makes mistakes. Even though we don't expect such mistakes from people that claim to be representing God, people that claim to be ambassadors of Christ. So come tell your story as it is. Let it just be the true story. If you fell short to these women, to the temptations of these women, say it as it is. Life goes on. But don't come and lie. Don't come and spice up things. To say, no, Jeremiah Omoto wants to silence me. Jeremiah Omoto sent people, sent thugs with guns. I know you, Kassy, you can never do this even if there was a gun in your face. I don't think you would do this. I would like to believe that you're courageous enough and you're brave enough not to be intimidated that way. I don't believe. I did not buy that story. But if it is the truth, then come and tell it as it is. And prove it. That's exactly what happened. But if you just feel for these women because they came and tricked you, they tricked you, it's your own fault, brother. If you fell for their temptations, it's your own fault. Don't you think I get all of this? I get this on a daily. Come on, man. Don't you think they are not also trying to trap me with women? to trap me with money, to trap me with blackmailing. They do that. That's their only defense in all of these things. They've used different women to try to get to me, but come on. Some of us, we have been there, done this, done that. So there's no any standard of a woman that they can present to me that can make me shake or that can move me that I've probably not come across already. On that side, they've given up. They've seen that, come on, this fine boy is not going to fall for this one. That's why now they're also shifting now into blackmail. Say, Prof X is a blackmailer. He wants to blackmail us. I get calls almost every day as well. Listen, Prof, we're going to give you money. We're going to give you this amount of money for ABC. And then I'll say, yes, bring it. Because the reason why they make all those calls is they want to get me on record. They want to get me to do their damage control so that one day they'll say, no, Prof X was trying to blackmail us. Prof X was trying to do this. I know how they operate. And I never close the door for all of those things. I open my doors wide open. Because everything that they do, believe you me, I've calculated 10 times ahead already. So it's my responsibility to uphold my integrity to what I'm doing. Because my reputation is on the line. And it will take only one mistake for me to crumble. For people to stop believing in what I'm standing for. And the only things that they can use are women, money, blackmail, and things like that. That's why you see every time a charlatan is being exposed, the first line of his defense is, this person that is exposing me, they are trying to blackmail me. That's their own that's the defense of all of them. They think everything is about money. They think everyone that is exposing them wants money. And yet they are stealing from people. Yet they don't want to be blackmailed. Any charlatan, pick one charlatan that has been exposed and he has not said that I'm being blackmailed. They are not being blackmailed, these people. Who's blackmailing them? No, all they want is money. Oh, he wants his money. Oh, she wants his money. That's what they say. That's their only defense, that these people want money. Because they worship the god of Mammon. And their responsibility is to protect the little that they have stolen from gullibles. So temptations come, my brother. And I hope you will learn from this and you will grow from this. And you'll become a better person after. We can still fight this fight. Just own up to your wrongs and move on. And move on. So that's all I have to say to you. And the struggle goes. So till I meet you again, it's Mr. Pull the Trigger. I'm out.